And so today, what we want to discuss basically is yesterday we have seen about the Facebook Business Manager. We would have done and all that. So today I'm going to little elaborate on that. Yesterday I think we just opened a topic called Facebook Creator Studio, where I told you how the Facebook posting or the Instagram postings can be auto scheduled. It is actually an inbuilt application of Facebook. So we are going to see that first. And then I'm going to little bit explain you on the posting methodology, basically, on how the posting really works, what is the uh, basic structure of the posting and all that. And then we are going to discuss about the Google AdWords, which is another advertising tool, which is an inbuilt tool in Google. So we are going to understand this. So today, these are the agendas we want to see. So first, before starting, let me show you the Facebook auto scheduler. Let me share my screen. So you just have to go to Google, type Facebook Creator Studio. This will be the right. So this will be how the look and feel it looks. So let me log out and show. Yes, this is how it will look in. So as you can see, there are two options here. You can in the Creator Studio. There are two things you can do. One thing is you can also schedule your post in Facebook also, and also you can do it in Instagram also. Simultaneously you can do, and also you can read all the insights and all that. So first, let me log into this. Now we see here, this is how you get it across. Right? So you have a Facebook icon, you have an Instagram icon here. There are two things here. So and here you have a button called Create Post. So in this, if you just click the Create Post, you will get an option like you can upload videos, you can create posts, you can go live, which means completely you can manage everything on here itself, right? So that's again the thing, because what happens is when it comes to third party apps, most of the time what happens is only like limited postings will be free. After that, you might get a charge for it, or you have to manually do it and all. But here, this is a tool which is given by Facebook directly, so there is no problem. So any posting that you're doing will definitely get inside that. So now let me show you how to create a post. Basically, this is like when you how you do it in Facebook, just like that. But it'll be a little more easier, right? For example, here there's the posting page that you have. So let me share a photo. I'm probably doing it across. So I'm clicking a photo here. As all of you know, when you are actually doing a Facebook or Instagram postings, so one of the very important things is hashtags, right? Basically the hashtag, because any social media that you're doing, hashtags is the culture that how your postings will work. Basically, that is an algorithm with FB reads. So always there are certain ground rules that not too many hashtags, not less hashtags also. Something which is very predominant on what type of post you're doing. For example, here I have given about influencer marketing. What are the ways on how influencer marketing works, basically. So here my hashtags will be like this. So when you type a hashtag, always, I think most of you know this, give the hashtag symbol and without any space you have to type it, or else it will not take it across. And always make sure that your hashtags, everything is in small letters, not in caps, but in small. So like this, I can give as much as hashtags, digital marketing. Yes, Arun Sekhar, yes, any clarifications?
Sir, if our
Uh,
account is private,
ah,
then using of hashtag is useful or not?
I didn't get you. Your account is
Private account,
okay, okay, okay.
then
Which
using
means
of hashtag is useful or not?
maybe if you are a little private, then there's no need actually, because hashtag culture itself is for promotion basis only. Because to get the visibility of the post, the main idea behind using hashtags is to get the visibility of the post. If you don't want the visibility factor, then there's no need of using hashtags. So that is the culture. Because when you have hashtags and when you want something to be private and you want only the close circles to know, then probably avoiding hashtags would be better. Because if you're putting hashtags, obviously what happens is because people search with hashtags. When you're searching in Facebook, when you're searching a word, your posting comes with hashtags. Only. You have a hashtag, your posting will be visible, or else it will not come in the search. That's how it works. Anyway, the content also matters because whatever content you're putting, that also matters. But hashtags will be even more making your content in the ranking basis, it will come even more visible, or it is based on the ranking system where it comes foremost also. That is how it works. So when you're putting it private, avoid it. But if you want it to be branded or if you want to be publicized to mass people, then use of hashtags will be better. That's how. Yeah. Right. So this is how it is. And then what I told you is you can schedule it across. I think all of you know this buttons. You just have to go. If you publish it, immediately it publishes on the spot. Or if you want, you can schedule it also. You can fix the time. Let's see. So the auto scheduler lets you at least for 3 to 4 months you can schedule it using the FB app. Yeah. For example, today is I'm putting it on 9th. As we told yesterday, what are the times that is more apt? Basically, you can put it on the time. Maybe I said 3 o'clock or 1 o'clock would be the maximum sharing. So you can schedule it across. Okay? So once you schedule the post, what happens is you can go and check the content library. So there is an option called content library here, where when you go to the content library, you see here. See, you will find all the postings here, whatever has been published so far and whatever has been scheduled so far. Right? If you click this, you will get all published. And if you go to scheduled, it will show you all scheduled apps. Now see here, this is how we manage our official page also. Our official AM page is managed in Creator Studio where I have scheduled almost every day. Almost we have completed the entire June schedule. Right. So every month what we do is before itself we will schedule all the postings so that there is no need of probably spending time every day. We have already scheduled some 30-50 postings. So on that time automatically what happens is get scheduled automatically. That's all the idea is, right? So this is where you can understand it from the content library, where you can see all the posting, which is like published, scheduled, everything will be visible here. And whatever pages you're managing will show here. Actually, whatever pages you're managing will show here. And then you can even go for the insights also, right? So this is the insights, basically. What is the engagement we have and all that. So this is the audience that we are connected basically on that. So it will show you all this retention and all that. What is the time we are retaining people, everything it will show actually. So it has a very clear insights on how people are really doing a comparison, which is even possible in the Facebook page also has insights, but in Creator Studio it will be more appropriate on how it is working basically, how these insights are working. Right? That's all the idea. And even I can check my monetization also, how it works basically. Right? As I told you yesterday also, we can even earn from the FB pages if you have certain criteria like this, just like YouTube. Facebook also has a revenue model where you can advertise other creators or the brands that you have, and if you're streaming it in your page, what happens is there is a particular earning they fixed it across. But of course, there is a criteria for it, which means you should have at least 10,000 followers or you should have more post engagements. right? What is post engagement is when you're putting a post, how people are reacting to it, how many shares, how many likes, how many clicks. That is what is engagement. Because post reaches, people are seeing the post. But post engagement is they should actually do something out of it. They should click it or they should share it, they should like it. When you have more posts with more engagement only, then your campaign really succeeds. So that is where the posting really works. If your engagement is very less, then what happens is you have to restructure your post like that, or you should put more videos, or maybe a little bit more of curated contents, something like that. So you should be very particular about how this postings really works. But it takes a lot of time and effort. Of course, there is no shortcut for this. Of course, there is a lot of time and effort that you need to do. One thing I have learned over a period of time in this is it's about consistency. Whether how frequently your page is active, that is what makes an audience also retain to your page. That is what I felt personally in the last 1.5 years. What we have been learning is digital marketing is all about not just connecting an audience, giving them a hype and leaving them. No. And you cannot always give hypes. Sometimes there are certain subdued contents also that you need to give. But it's about the engagement. It's about how active are you in, right? That's how it works, right? So this is basically a creator studio where we are working on the entire pages. You can manage it completely with the creator studio where you don't need to go to Facebook or you don't need to log into your FB page and do things. Right? That's all it is. So is everyone clear till here? Any clarifications? We are open to questions. Any questions? So are we clear till now?
Yes, it is clear.
Okay, great. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. So now probably let us go to the, just like this, this is for Facebook pages. Now next we have for Instagram, right? So again in Instagram also, you can maintain the Instagram account here itself, which means you can auto schedule it. I think all of you would have seen in Facebook, no, the scheduling is inbuilt in that. But Instagram, it is almost about live pictures. You actually share it with immediate things. So Instagram does not have a feature like that. But in Creator Studio, it has a feature of scheduling, which means here you can schedule it across. But one good thing about Instagram Creator Studio is the hashtags will come automatically rather than compared to Facebook. When you're typing a hashtag, Instagram Creator Studio will give you suggestions. Right? Let me explain you this. Now here, this is also same. You have to go to Instagram feed. Instagram feed is just the postings. For example, just let me type marketing here. See? So these are the hashtags which is like popular or maybe like which is actually already available in Instagram, right? So this is something that you can try it because when you're not very particular on what hashtag should I use, probably you can select anything. You can, if you just type it, it will give you suggestions, and based on that, you can click whatever suits you better. For example, you can do marketing strategy, any hashtags, probably human resources, anything, whatever it comes, you can type it. But these are something which people search. So these hashtags are already popular and people do searches based on this. And there are already postings related to these hashtags also. So this is something where, so somebody, I might not have, I'm a layman that I don't have understanding of hashtags. So what I can do is I can use this Creator Studio for getting a better understanding of what hashtags is possible. So this is only available for Instagram, but FB we don't have it because in Instagram, I think Instagram, all of you know, hashtags are like crazy. Like you have some 20, 25 hashtags also, right? So there's no limit on all for hashtags, but you have. So see here, it is showing here 28 hashtags. So almost this is the limit they have. So there's no restrictive of. Now what is the idea behind it is if you have lesser hashtags, reach is little less. If you have more hashtags, the reach is always high. But it is not always it's like that. Sometimes it's vice versa also. Sometimes maybe the hashtags It's about the trends of that hashtags. Whether the hashtag is trending or whether the hashtag is not trending, it's about that actually. That is how it really works. So there's no problem.
One doubt at this time.
Yeah,
When you are using hashtags,
yes.
it will restrict the audience. Maybe within the hashtags only it will reach, or what how it is.
Not maybe the audience basically, but it is based on the content. I will say content, but not audience based. But maybe it might be on the content based. For example, if you're using a hashtag like marketing strategy, if an audience searches marketing strategy, then your postings will come. Probably is just searching marketing, then it might not come. Something like that. So something like that only it works. But it is based on the interest factor. What is hashtags basically is it is actually the people's interest factor. But of course, you have certain audience hashtags also, like have Generation Z, you have millennials. These are audience hashtags also. Like we can use that also to target audience. Maybe these type of audience also you can target using the hashtags also. But if you're only based on the content, then based on that content you can work. That is how it works actually. But audience is restricted by the content they search in Instagrams basically, by the interest they have, by the way they share emotion. Because Instagram, if you see, the main agenda of Instagram is just to share my feeling, share my emotions. I like a photo, I shall share. It was just a photo sharing app actually. When Instagram evolved, it was just a photo sharing app. But now it has evolved very largely. Now many companies are using it for brand promotions. Now it has evolved very large, than it has overtook the Facebook itself nowadays. Now nobody's using Facebook messengers these days, but everybody's using Instagram these days. So that's how it works. So you can do whatever, but sometimes you can create your own hashtags also and make it trending also. For example, you have your company name. Your company name can also be a hashtag and you can make that trending. Because you can, if you're putting it every day and you're connecting it with different postings, you can make that also trending. So making a viral content, anything is possible in social media, actually.
Okay.
So this is what is about the Creator Studio. So here, if you see here again, you have the schedule option, which you can probably do it. And one option, if you see here, you can also share the Instagram post in Facebook also, Facebook and Instagram. So if you're connected both the accounts, what happens is simultaneous share is also possible. So only one thing you have to do is you just have to tick this option. So once you tick this option, what happens is simultaneously your Instagram post also will be shared in the Facebook page. That is also possible. You can do that as well. So this is basically the Creator Studio. If when you're actually working on a digital marketing platform for your company or you're running a campaign and all that, and you wanted a bulk posting which is made, the better option is this, right? You can use a Creator Studio. It's a free-based app. They also have an app actually. We also have an application for this, but uh, it might not work properly. I have checked it, but it just shows the insights, but not maybe a schedule. So only the right now Creator Studio is only available on desktop versions. But you have another app which is specifically for FB pages. To manage only Facebook pages, we have a separate app for it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll show you that. I'll show you that. There are two applications actually which I have personally used actually. One is actually the Facebook Page Manager. This is an application by Facebook. You can check this also. There's an application exclusively for Facebook. But what is this Facebook Page Manager is what I've shown here, right? You can manage your FB pages here. This is an Android application. In this app, what you can do is you can schedule postings in your FB pages, but not in Instagram. This is only for Facebook pages. You can schedule it, you can incite, you can do whatever you want, but this is again a useful app. It's more faster than Creator Studio actually, because I have personally used it and it's more user friendly also. In one tab, you can schedule for like entire month also. But this is only for Facebook page, not for Instagram. Instagram, I have tried a personal app called I have tried this actually, which is called Amphi. another application for Instagram, FB, and Twitter. But one good thing about this app is you can try this. But the problem with this application is it's a premium application. Maybe in a month you can only schedule 10. But what is one good thing about this application? If you see is it will tell you what is the appropriate time for Instagram postings every day. Actually, for example, if you're scheduling the Monday, it will show you in Monday what is the appropriate times to schedule, like 8:34, 10:08, 11:28. So like this, we have times where they have maximum traffic. It's based on the Instagram insights. So that is one positive about this application. And the second thing about this is it will also suggest you what is the topmost hashtags in Instagram. So I've used it personally also. But the problem is the premium one, it will only allow you 10 schedules per month. Other schedules you can do it, but you have to do it manually. Which means in the application you can upload it, but you have to do it manually. So that is the thing I have seen. But it's one of the standard and it has a good rating also. It's a good application. Maybe if you want, you can give a shot also. There's another application which I have used personally. So Facebook Page Manager, Creator Studio, and Amphi. So you can probably check this also in maybe in Google Android also you can check. It's a very simple application. You can edit the post also and all that. You can do that also. This is the basic applications which is used for Facebook scheduling or Instagram scheduling. So maybe you can try it, whichever you feel is more appropriate and which you think is more user friendly, you can give a shot. But this will be really helpful for somebody who's doing the digital marketing front. We can do this also. And it doesn't need any specific knowledge or very basic knowledge about this application. You will get used to it. Anybody can do this. It's not a very big deal or not. Anybody can do it. It's very user friendly. These are the applications basically used, right? Which I have tried personally. Okay. So are we clear till this? Are we clear till this? Like what are the applications? Any clarifications? Are we clear? Is everyone clear or any suggestions you have? Okay, fine. What about others? Everybody is clear? Fine. Oh, oh, okay. So now next what we're going to see is I'm going to share you one last thing about FB. We have seen a lot of things. One last ground rule actually, which I wanted to share with you, which is actually the rule of thirds. What is this rule of thirds is? When you're preparing content or when you're preparing postings, so how you prepare postings for your company. So what is the ideology behind it? So we call that as rule of thirds. What is rule of thirds is? There are three types of content that you need to do. So one thing is you have to do a posting which engages with followers, which is 1/3 of your time should be spent engaging with followers. As I told you, what is engagement is? The likes, the shares, reactions. So you 1/3 of your postings or 1/3 of your Facebook ideology should be on this. And the second thing is you should also have promotional contents. There should be something promoting your brands, promoting your events, promoting your goal, your slogans, your USPs, or any recent offers that you have got. Anything it can be, but you should have that also. 1/3 of it should be your promotional content. And finally, you should also share some industry news and useful tips created by your school or other trusted sources. Right? So that is also you have to do. That is how it works actually, right? So when you're preparing content, always make sure that you should not spend only on like curated content, only on sharing knowledge. You should also have some engaging content and you should also have some promotional content. If you have these three types of postings in Facebook and Instagram, your reach will be more. Since you get more likes, you get more audience, and your campaign also might work a little bit more. Right? That is how the idea it works. So this is what is the rule of thirds when you're using the FB. That's how it is, right? This is the final thing about FB marketing. So we have seen FB and Instagram marketing, right? So we are ending it across. Right now, what we're going to focus is we're going to go to the Google, right? So Google, what Google has basically how it works basically. So we're going to understand that. Right? So let me show you. So how many of you have used Google My Business? Anybody have an idea behind it? Anybody has used this application before? Anybody had knowledge, or maybe you have read about it, or maybe
No,
you're not?
sir.
Fine. What about others? Anybody has heard this before? Google My Business. Okay. 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 Fine. Okay. Okay. So, okay, let me explain you this, how this works basically. Now, what is this Google My Business actually? It is a tool which is used by Google basically to manage your business online, right? Manage your business online, right? Now, how to do that basically? There are certain procedures we need to have. The first thing you have to do is you should have a Google account, and you should have a official company. For example, here where Google My Business basically is, you have to go to your Gmail account. You should go to your Gmail account. When you go to this application, you have icon like this, Google My Business. Now, how I am eligible for this Google My Business, if you ask me, like what is the procedure of applying for Google My Businesses? So let me show you that procedure. Right, so this is the official page of it. Just a minute. It will ask you for a sign in, which means the official Gmail account that you have, and you should have a company name registered to it. For example, all of you would have seen this, right? All of you would have seen companies posting their maps and all that, Google reviews and all that. So all of them managed with Google My Business on. So what is the procedure is, you should actually have a Gmail account, and you should also have a company name registered in the mail account. That means you should be the admin of it. And what you should do is, you should actually give the address, mobile numbers, if you have a website and all that, whatever basic information your company has, everything you should give it. And once you have given it, it will ask you for the verification. It will ask you for the verification. And once you have verified, no, what happens is it will ask you, probably in 6 or 7 days, you will get a postcard from Google authorizing that you are an official verified page, right? Something like that. So let me just show you this to get an idea. Okay, see here. First thing, you have to give a business name. Maybe sorry for corny.
It's okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, so Corny Villas, and then you have to give next. First, the business name. Make sure your business name is accurate, whatever business name you really want, because you cannot keep changing the business name, because that will become a counter strike and Google might shut down your page. So be very particular of it. So what is the name of the business? Then give next. Okay, it'll ask you for the category. So basically, we have seen it's a restaurant. Now, if you see here, so all this category pops up. So you just have to click restaurant and give next. You can add more also, not a problem. So do you want to add a location the customer can visit, like a store office? The location will show up in Google Maps and search, right? Because this is where you have to give S, because you should know the location. Okay, so just give S. Next. Okay, you have to give the address. Okay, let me give dummy address. But don't give dummy address here. Address should be very accurate because that is where it checks. Because you will get official postcards, all the business related collaterals only to this address. Because when people are searching in the maps, your address should be very accurate and you should always verify it. Make sure that you give it. You see here now already in this address there are so many locations which is showing. This already they have listed it, so none of it. You can give none of these. Give next. You see here it is asking for you the marking of it. Right? This is then integrated in the map. So maybe I'm giving next. So do you also serve customers outside this location? For example, if you visit or deliver to your customer, you can let them know where are you willing to go. This you can select it. Whatever options you are giving it here, you can change it later also. Not a problem. Okay. And then give next. Okay, then you have this contact number. Okay. Giving a dummy number. Okay, if you don't want, you can give that also. I don't know how many of you know this. Google also has domain website creations. You can use Google also to create a website, which is like 890 rupees per month, per year or something. They also have a domain which is managed by Google itself. And you can create the website in Google itself. You don't need a third-party app also. Let's give finish. See? So this is what ideas. It may take up to 12 days to come. So this is what the option is. You can give later but I'm giving later. But as I told you, once if you're not verifying this, you'll not be able to do maximum edits. So if you want to do an editing or if you have to have a control, definitely you should also give this postcard because that verification code only is really important, right? So once this is the procedure of actually signing up for Google My Business, right? So this is the procedure. I've given you step-by-step procedure. This is the procedure of how to sign in for a Google My Business. So once you've done all this, once you've done everything, once everything verification, all these things is over, what you will find out is finally you will be able to see this icon, Google My Business, and you will get a page like this. So this is the dashboard of Google My Business. Everybody able to see this? This is the dashboard. Once all this process is over, you can actually have this. Yes. Everybody is able to follow it. Any doubts you have? You can ask me. Everybody able to follow it? Yeah. So are we clear till now? Anybody can use it actually. There's no restriction of Google and who can open it and all. Anybody, if you have a home-based business also, you can definitely go for it. Not a problem. There is no restriction on how things are working. So anybody can approach this basically. So are we clear with this, everybody? Any doubts so far? So this is the dashboard of Google My Business. Basically, this is how it looks actually. So where you'll be able to see all the facts and all this. Let me brief you certain things before going to the adverts and all. Let me brief you certain things. The first thing is you have this info page. Right? The first thing is info page. Now, what is this info page? It has all your business details basically. What is your company name? What is your category basically? Your address. Your what is your timing that you open? Now, when you search in Google, all this information will come. So you might know how this is working. How this is able to. So people manage with this one. Whatever information you're seeing in Google, whatever information you're seeing in the map or searches, everything is managed using this Google My Business only actually. So if you don't have Google My Business, you will not be able to manage it across. So this is completely a Google owned product. So it is authenticated only, and there's no problem in that. And you have mobile numbers, you have all that. So whatever you want, you can go and edit it here. Whatever you have, you can go and edit it here. If you want to how this looks basically, for example, I want to check how my business will come. Just have to go and click here. This is how it looks. Right side information. This is how it looks when I'm searching Avidas Academy of Management. This is how it looks basically. And when I want to view it in maps, so this is how it looks. So this is the way on how this will look both in search and in maps. Yeah. So whatever you're editing will actually reflect in this maps and searches. Just a minute, actually. Okay, fine, right? So this is the basically info page. The suggestion is don't do maximum editing here. Be very particular on whatever changes you're doing here, because what happens is if you're doing a lot of changes, every change that you make will at least take 24 hours minimum to 2 days for to reflect in Google. So be very particular of it, and whatever category you're giving, make sure that, because when people search, as we searched yesterday, people don't search Avidas Academy directly, right? People don't search it directly. People actually search it with, right? People actually search it with the keywords only. For example, Avidas Academy is a business school. People search business school in Chennai. If I don't have business school here, then my business will not come in search. So always your category, the inside category, inside the content should be very particular about what are all the search people use it basically in when they're searching for companies. For example, we have seen a restaurant example. So Connie Villas is the name of it, but what is the restaurant famous for? Right? It is a villas. It is a restaurant, biryani places in Chennai. So like this, you have to add certain categories. So what happens is people search these categories only. Food near me, hotels near me. When you add all this content only, what happens is Google search algorithm will pull out these terms and they will come out actually. Right? That's how it works. So this is basically the info page. How the information that you're putting it in Google, how it will get reflected. But you can only do this if you have a Google My Business and you are the admin of it. If you're not an admin, or if you're not the admin of Google My Business, you cannot do changes here. This is what the info page is basically. And then you have insights. And this is a little interesting one. Now, this is where you will actually know how many people have searched your business the last 1 month. Now, see here, there are total 1,853 searches. And it is almost direct. Most of it is direct. The direct is people searching your business name directly. Then you have discovery. Discovery is more actually. Now, when you see here, what is the difference between this is direct is when people search AM Business School. But discovery is people are not searching AM directly, but the category of it. Like for example, B schools in Chennai. Now, if you see here, what happens is when you are actually doing some searches or when you're doing an active Google digital marketing and all, your discovery should be more, not direct. Because people will not always use your name. That is not guarantee actually. Discovery should be more. For example, when people search anything in online, your search is coming. So here, if you see 61% of our traffic is from discovery. That is again, and branded is brand related. When people are searching on brand related, this is pretty less, right? So this is what is the idea behind it. So this is the first thing. You can do it for a quarter also. Right? That is how it works. And if you want to know, like, what are the categories basically people are searching, right? So what people are searching basically actually. So these are the searches that they're making online. Right? These are the searches that people are making online. When people are doing these searches in Google, my business is reaching for them, or my business is coming forward, right? So this is what is the queries used to find your business. Now, what is the idea behind this? Is these are the keywords. People yesterday also asked me about, Alex, what is the keywords that I need to use? This is a list of keywords that you need to use. When you're using these keywords in the advertisements, overall, when you're doing digital marketing, what happens is people getting your business, the chance of getting them is very high actually. That is what it works at. So these are the keywords that you need to use it in your website also, or when you're doing a Facebook post also, everywhere almost you have to use it. As I told you, no, last 2-3 months, we are doing a campaign on putting our hashtag basically. Our AM hashtag has been put on every social media post that we share. Almost we have shared close to 100 postings. So what happened? You're seeing the posting here. People are searching AM Business School directly. Previously, people were not searching, but now people are searching is because of the hashtags culture that we use. Every posting, everywhere you see online, we use that hashtag for sure. So that also you can make it trending. So that is what the question that you have asked previously. Your company name also can be an hashtag. So this is the listings. Now how many people search in searches in maps, and this is the actions basically, like how many people have visited, how many people have requested directions, and how many people have called you basically. It will show you statistics. And then direction request. Now see, no, this is what the power of Google, right? It is even showing me which area I'm getting inquiries with the pin codes, right? When you're yesterday we were using the Facebook advertising, you asked me, sir, in Chennai, can I restrict it to the location? Now these are the locations that you can do. In Chennai, you can use this location, for example, Ungambakam, T Nagar, or nearby Avdi and all that. So you can use this also, where in these areas you can promote more ads. So what happens is the reach will be even more better, because many people have requested directions. Because one thing I'm telling you this from this insight is, when a person is requesting direction, he's actually a potential customer. Because if he's not a potential customer, definitely he will not looking for directions. When people are calling you and when people are actually requesting directions, these are your potential customers. You should actually cater to these people actually. That's what I guess. And these are the phone calls. How many phone calls, and these are the photo views. Yes. So are we clear till this? Any clarifications? We're open to questions. Are we clear till this? Any doubts? Okay, great. Fine. Okay, what about others? Are we clear? Okay. Everyone clear? Okay. Okay. Maybe we have a recorded Sakti. We are recording the session any which ways. Can probably skip it. Okay, fine. Oh. So now next thing we have is reviews. I think all of you know this, how Google reviews really matter. Maybe all of you would have had a very big clarity on this, on how this Google review really matters. So where you manage this across is from this actually. Where you manage this across is from this. Now here, when you have an option called reviews, where you can see all the reviews here. Yeah. How many of them have written ratings, how many total reviews that you have, and you can respond to also. How many of you have replied and how many of you haven't replied. So everything it happens. So it shows you how many reviews have been so far. So in Google, now the more rating that you get, the more rating that you get. There is an ideology in digital marketing that a business which has more than 4.2 or 4.3 rating has more chance of customer approaching them. That is a suggestion. If we have less than 4, then what happens is your search engines or your ranking will automatically go down. Even if you are been there for so many years, you're a very big brand, that doesn't matter. Google algorithm works like that. Google algorithm ranking is completely based on how your reviews are actually. What is your ratings basically, and how uh, curated your content is. What is your search engine, if it is really exactly coming in or not. So that is how it works actually. Right? So this is basically the reviews, and where you can see all these reviews. You can ask people, and whenever somebody is giving a review, this is where you can see all these reviews. This is the dashboard basically, which has. And Google also has a unique messaging feature also, but this is only for an application. For example, there are some people who will call your business. There are some people who will message you across. It's an instant messaging, just like Facebook. You also have Facebook messaging, very similar to that, right? Very similar to that. This people sometimes like, I'm not a very frequently used model, but people use sometimes. People do use messaging. You will get a message from a customer stating some query. So you can reply to him back, and immediately the customer will get the message also. But this is completely an app-based one. You can only use this on Android or iPhones, basically. But it is an application, but you cannot use it in the web format. Right? And another very important thing, also, it's also photos. When you're putting your photos more, that has more reaches actually. So see here, you will see how many people have seen the photos. So almost 22,000 people have seen this. But it is almost close to 1.5 years old. But you can actually put your all photos there. Nowadays, I think people are actually making an assumption from the Google Photos that how that it actually works. Cost-effective one, I will say, maybe if you ask me, Google has its own actually. Both has its own way of reach. For me, Google Ads is more effective than FB, according to me, if you say, because I have used both. Personally, I have seen Google AdWords more effective than Facebook or Insta, maybe. In the way of lead generation, actually, in the way of lead generation or branding, I have seen more Google Ads giving me more effective, because I don't know how many people are using Facebook, but everybody uses Google. So every human being living in this globe is using Google. So that is more than enough for using, which is more effective. Facebook has only 4 billion users, but Google, everyone is a user, right? Whoever has an Android phone, Google, they are users actually. So that's why it works, but it has its own pros and cons. It has its own pros and cons. But for me, Google, I found more effective. That's how it works. And this is where you can add photos of your company's interior, exteriors, and all for people to get more. And this is where is an e-commerce one. You can even sell products also in Google. This is recently added actually. So you see here, it is showing how many people are actually potential customers, and it's absolutely free. It's absolutely free. There's no charge for it. You can add a payment gateway, and people can buy product using Google. So Google has this feature also, which was recently launched, but they're doing it across. These are the products, and this is a website. As I told you, if you don't have a website of your own, you can create a website from Google itself, and you can publish it. You can even buy a domain, which is like 860 rupees per year. These are domains available. So Google is actually eating everything. So Google wanted to have a one-stop store. So this is again, last year they started this. Previously, Google had websites, but right now they have the domain also, which can be purchased from Google.
About the website designing,
basic only. Not now. See here, this is the basic website design that you can do. Max. This is how it looks. Basic editing that you can do. Basic photo photos. It will
Oh,
not be like
we can design ourselves.
we can design ourselves, but it will not be like a Supreme company website that you're looking out for. Very simple website, very normal one page website. You will not have different pages, a one page website. This is maybe used for people like small business, somebody who's starting with maybe they cannot spend so much money on websites. What they can do basically, they can invest on this. Very simple website, which will help you. You can design it on your own. And once you publish it, what happens is people will be able to see your websites on this portal, and you can edit it anytime, and it will be visible also. But this is completely a Google-owned website, so that's what I guess. This is about the basics actually. This is some of the tabs that you have in Google My Business. Now, let me show you how.
Sorry,
Yeah, tell me.
through this website itself, we can get inquiries
Yes, definitely. So you have a call button here.
and form filling anything.
Yeah, you can do that.
Inquiry
Also.
forms.
Definitely you can do this. But of course, with it has its own restrictions. Maybe you can integrate Google Forms basically for that, but Google Form integration might not be available for this. If you buy a domain, then it is available. But what you can do is maximum you can call now. Maybe you can have certain features like this. Right? You can call now, get code, make appointment, message in WhatsApp, something like this. For example, if you put get code, you will get the mail IDs. You can actually put their name and mobile number. They can do that also. They can do that also. So these are the primary buttons which is as of now available. So you can probably use it across.
Okay.
Of course, I will say it's okay. Well, I will not say it's like a Supreme WordPress website that we have. It's fine for a small business. It's well and it's a very decent website. Actually.
Yes, it's really looking good actually.
That's what that is. It is like
Yes, for small businesses.
Small business.
For individual proprietor business.
Maybe it's free one. No? Maybe there's no investments, and you don't need a big designing knowledge.
Yes.
You just have to do it very simple and get this how it works. This is basically the websites. So now let us come to the creation of ad. How an ad works actually. Because yesterday we have seen Facebook. Now we are going to see about how to create an ad in Google. Basically, I know Google AdWords. So that is the thing which is there. But it's little. It's not very complicated that we have seen in Facebook, right? Because yesterday we have seen Facebook marketing campaign where we had audience selection, like promotions, custom lookalike audience, and all that. But in Google, it is not much like that. So Google is a very simple ad. When you're searching some business, for example, when you're searching. See here. You're able to see this. These are the ads. When you're putting a Google ad, this is how it will appear actually. The first three. I think all of you would have seen this actually. So this is again based on the bidding and the ranking. First, second, third, and all. It is based on the budget that you have, based on the bid that you have, and also it's based on the keywords that you're using. So that is how your ad will appear: first, second, third, fourth. So the highest bid people or highest budget or highest bid, that ad will come first.
Can you go down a little?
Yes, yeah. So first the ads will come, and then you will have the businesses, and then the searches.
Okay.
So this is how the Google search page itself is designed. First thing that people will see is ad only. Then only they see the businesses, and then only the search.
Ad which is posted through Google, they can see that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All these is completely by Google AdWords.
Then only the searches will come.
Yes. When people are searching HRMS software in Chennai, these are the ads which is coming in. That's how it works.
This order, right? Bisex is first comes first. Campaigns, Ramco is second.
Yes.
This order, how it will come?
This order is based on the bid. the budget that you have. There are two things. The campaign bid, you have a bid that you have. Bid is basically, what is this bid basically is, Google will ask you for who is bidding for ads for the slots, right? Because first, second, third, fourth slots, we have slots. Every slot will have its own bids. So the more price you put, the more keywords that you're putting, what happens is automatically the Google will make your ad come first. If you have the lowest bid, or if you have the very low budget, then what happens? Your ad bid come last. So that is how the algorithm is based. But it's completely based on the search algorithm. This is not completely monitored by us because we don't have a control over this. Because in Facebook, you would have seen the placements. Placements we decided. But in Google AdWords, no, Google AdWords placement is not completely decided by us. It's based on the algorithm that Google has. But of course, we can put some bidding, we can put some keywords and make our ad come top. That is also possible. But it takes time. It takes time for that to come in across. It's about how long you're putting the ad, how much budget are you putting. A lot of things are there. A lot of parameters are there for this Google AdWords bidding. So let me show you this basically. This is the dashboard basically on how this campaign really works. See here, this is how it looks basically. If you see here, this also has like the audience basically, how people are really working out. There are certain customizations that you have. There are certain settings of placements that you have and all that. But I'll just show you a simple on how this works basically. So this is how you can see the previews here. Right, so whatever you're typing here, you will see this. You can see more layouts also. This is how it will appear actually. Google search will appear like this. In mobile, it will appear like this. In Google Map, it will appear like this. So these ads, whatever you're posting is Google partner sites. So these are the three places where your ad will appear. It will appear in Google search, it will appear in Google Map, and Google partner sites. This is like affiliate marketing.
What is our Google partner sites?
So Google partner sites are actually basically like an affiliate marketing. For example, there are certain websites where they are partnered with Google, where I can run in my website I can run people's ads actually, and Google pays money for. Just like the Amazon affiliate, no? Google also has an affiliate program where you should have a website which is there, and in that website, no, you can run others ads.
Yeah, understood.
Because that is, you would have seen in many websites. When you go to websites, you will have some ads coming in. So that is the Google partner sites. So these are basically signed up with Google to advertise in their sites, and they make revenue out of it. Somebody clicks it, or there's making a sale, we can do that. So these are the three places where your ads will appear. and you can do this, and when whatever ad is, then you give next. Because once you've created the campaign owner, give next, then your business mobile number, and give next. You see here, this is a budget. They'll give you recommendations, basically. This is again based on estimated reaches like 10,000 and get a 490 to 830 ad clicks per month. You see, it is showing actually. See the ratio, no? Almost close to 6,000 to 10,000 people. If you reach only, you'll get at least 830 likes, 830 clicks of ad. So that is the version it has.
The max 10,002 is monthly payment, right? 10,002.
Yes, 10,000 monthly.
So
If you keep
approximately they are saying.
approximate budget, because 329, if you keep as a daily budget limit, then it is almost close to 10,000.
Okay.
And you can select anything, whatever reaches. If you go for more budgets, what happens is the reach is more better. The clicks are more better. That's what that is. And if you don't want all this, for example, I don't want maybe all this and all, I wanted maybe customization, you can enter your own budget. You see here, they've given you the typical competitor budget range. This is a budget they have actually. Your competitor has this. More than this, you can go, or less than this also you can. This is again an analysis that you can make. So within this range only, your competitor is actually giving advertisements. So you can make sure that whatever advertisements is working on this, make sure your budget is anywhere between this. So that when you ask about my ranking of the advertisements, no, this is how the ranking works basically. Because I should have a bid equally competitive with my competitor. If I give less also, if I give more also, what happens is I might not get this. That's again the thing. So you can fix the budget. Maybe I'm fixing this 329, then budget, give next. Okay, so this is what the idea is. All your business, campaign goal is this, the location is this. And you can edit the keywords here, whatever keywords you like to have. You can edit it here, and you can edit the mobile number also. Give next. And it will ask you for the credit card. This is the 4 set of process. First thing is your audience, next your ad, next your budget and review, finally set up billing. So whenever you are getting a click of an ad, no, you'll be charged for it. So it is a monthly payment, and you can stop it anywhere in the between. You have the viability of stopping it anywhere in the between, but it is actually pay-per-click model. Once the person clicks the ad only, your budget gets reduced, or else no. That's all the idea is, and it will not cross your more than your daily budget limit also. More than that, it will not cross. You should always keep that maintained, and 1 month you can run it, or 15-20 days you can run it. Definitely you will get a lot of leads from it, because you will get a call from this, definitely for sure. So this is how in Google advertisements we work, basically. How this is Google advertisements, which is a very simple format, but as I told you, the reach is more better than comparatively the other social media. The reach is a little higher. So that's all the idea. So everyone is clear with this? Any clarifications?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so now I think you have learned two things. One thing is you've also learned about Facebook marketing campaign. You've also learned about Google AdWords campaign. That's two things we have seen. So what I suggest is maybe you can do certain things or do certain research and all this. Because the idea is giving an ad is easy, but there should be a follow for this. Because when it comes to digital marketing, the one important thing that you should realize is when a customer is making a call or when a customer is reaching you, what is your turnaround time to that lead? For example, how fast are you calling them up? And how fast are you giving them standard information? Because that is where the digital marketing really succeeds. Just by giving an ad or just by giving a brand promotion, it will not work. So you should also have a lead follow-up system. Your marketing system also has an in-house marketing also, where you have people, you have a certain set of people who are actually sitting across, following up with leads. You have an inbuilt CRM. I think all of you, I don't know how many of you know this. We have an inbuilt CRM in Gmail itself. Gmail itself has an inbuilt CRM. I will show you that also. But it is not completely a great one to work, but it of course has. You just have to go to Gmail. In the top right corner, no? The top right corner, you will have an add-on button. You have to go click that. Okay, and you have this. There are many applications like this. One of this is Streak CRM. There is one CRM like this, and I have Copper CRM. It actually tracks your mail. It actually tracks your Gmail and automatically adds people to your CRM. That's how it works. But it's not like very complicated CRM tool, but it's a very simple node. Yeah, you can manage it with Gmails, basically. It has its own restrictions. But it's good. As far as I have seen, it's good. You can manage the database like because when you're doing an email marketing campaign and all that. You're doing an email marketing campaign, so where you can do this here also. So you can actually track this marketing campaign, and when you want to add contacts in single contact or single shot, you can use this CRM tool also. It is exclusively for G Suite, or if you don't have a G Suite with you, definitely you can manage with your own Gmail also. Not a problem. That is again like this. There are so many CRM, but Copper CRM is little standard for which I have personally used also, and it is good. I will say it's good actually. That's all. So this is something that you can probably check it across. Again, there are a lot of add-ons, but but this is the add-on which is probably related to your marketing related skills. That's again the knowledge. Fine. So okay. So this is for today as of now. As of now, we have seen about Facebook and we have also seen about Google My Business and a creator or how to create advertisements basically. So tomorrow, what we will do is tomorrow the session plan is we will do a little recap, maybe recap on what we have seen so far, get a brief on probably what are things, and next tomorrow we also see about YouTube. In YouTube, how to maintain a channel, basically YouTube channel, how it works, and what is this analytics basically, how to use keywords basically, and all. And we will realize that also because in Google channels, YouTube advertising works in a different format. Let me explain you works basically, but that is again a video advertising is also one of the very famous formats. Is basically there. So this is actually the today's agenda, what we have seen so far. Now I'll have another 15 minutes. Now we are open to questions. Maybe we're almost done. We're almost done with 3-day sessions. We have done so many things. So we're open to questions right now. Anybody can ask what we have seen so far or any other queries that you have in digital marketing. We're open to questions right now. So,
Alex, Harish here.
tell me, Harish, tell me.
When we set keywords on Google Ads,
Okay,
will I
voice
be
is too
able
low actually.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Harish, tell me. Yes.
Okay. See, when I am running a Google ad, okay, and a few keywords, running
Yes.
that, okay,
Ah,
you may be able to see if the page traffic, each and every keyword is able to generate.
Which means you're saying that whatever keywords related to your business, you can add it, you're saying. I'm not clear with the question.
Question is, when we run Google ads,
Okay.
we use keywords, right?
Yes.
Keywords. Okay. So I just wanted to check against each keyword. Okay, how much page traffic is generated?
Okay, you're talking
Like,
about the. Okay.
If we will be using biryani and then hotels.
Actually, what happens? Okay. I will tell you this. We do have, for example, when I talk about this keywords, we have actually. There is an exclusive site actually. There is actually an exclusive site which is again offered by Google, which is called the Google Keyword Planner. Now, when you do this, when you're using a keyword planner for identifying it, it will show you what keywords is more appropriate to your business or which will bring you more traffic. So that is highly possible. We show you this. So this will basically discover it when you're putting a keywords, it automatically suggests your keywords. It'll actually create you a plan and all that. And this is how it works actually. This is the tool that you can use probably to understand what are the better keywords and what are the reaches it has. So everything it will show you. For example, here it is showing retail clothing, what is the searches. So based on this, you can put that appropriate keywords and use it. That is how it works.
Alex, I think we are not able to see your screen.
Just a moment. Sorry. Okay, let me share it. Okay, so let me show you again. So this is actually the page. The page actually, Google Keywords Planner. So using this Google Keywords Planner, you can actually get some ideas behind on how this, which keywords is more appropriate. Which is like highest bid actually, and what happens and all. So this is where we use this when without using a keyword planner, we will not put Google ads. This is a tool that you can use basically to understand what are the keywords which works better. Hope Harish is clear right now.
Yeah. Would it show it as in numbers and stats?
Yes. It will show you in stats like this. It will clearly tell you what kind of suggestion it has, what is the highest bid. It will show you in stats only.
I have one more question.
Yes.
In case if I am posting ad, I am doing it both same ad, both I am doing it in Facebook and also in Instagram.
Okay.
Which has the lowest bid value? Like which will be more economical, whether it is Instagram or Facebook?
Actually, both are like, as we told, digital marketing, the entire concept itself, if you see, it is completely your budget only. For example, you wanted to spend 300 in Google, you can spend 300 in FB also. Not at all a problem because budget is your budget only. There's no fixed budgets. Actually, there's no fixed prices for these ads because all these ads works on your own budgets only. You can even put a 300 rupee ad in Facebook also, 300 rupee ad in Google also, not a problem. There's no fixed budgets for these ads, but you will have this reaches. So as I told you in the Google ads when we are seeing it, 300, what is the reach? 10,000. If you increase your budget, the reach is higher. So that is how it's suggested, but Google will not have minimum and maximum value. There's no minimum maximum value. It is completely your own minimum and maximum value. There's no fixed budgets actually. So that is what is the benefit of digital marketing
No,
overall.
I'm not talking about the maximum or minimum. I'm talking about the value. Like say
Uh,
the post will have say rupees 5, rupees 6, like bit value it will have. So which one will have highest bit value, whether it is Facebook or Instagram?
When you talk about the bid value or the ranking, Google has more in terms of that. Google has more because why Google has more is even a FB ad will work with Google only because Google is a search engine. Google is a search engine because where people first search. What is the prominent search engines if you see listing if you see? First thing is Google. Second thing is YouTube. And third or fourth is Bing, and then only Facebook comes. So what happens is automatically the face value, or if you see the bid value, the higher chances in Google and in YouTube one compared to in Facebook and other. Instagram has its own. Instagram has its own, but it is just upcoming. But if you talk about which has more face value, Google and YouTube. There's no doubts about it. Because Google is a search engine, but Facebook is a social media app. So that is how it works actually. So Google has a more supreme feature.
Fine, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'll probably show you that. Maybe I have my own blog. This just started across very long back, but I'll show you that also. I'll show you how to probably we'll have a discussion tomorrow on how these blogs can be written. I think some of you have already have blogs. So I will also show you my blogs, basically how will I create it and how I do it. Right now, I've not done affiliate marketing for that because it has certain restrictions because it's very new actually. But you should have certain followers for that. At least 1,000 followers you should have in your blog. 1,000 page visits minimum. I'm saying, but then only affiliate marketing works because blog affiliate marketing is little slow one actually. Affiliate marketing works perfectly with websites. Blogs, yes, but it takes time. It should have large number of followers, which means every day at least my blog should be visited minimum by 500 people. Minimum 500 people.
If the blog is promoted,
Yeah, you can do that also, but every day you cannot do that. But if you're doing promotion, of course, yes, over a period, any blog which has many followers, I understand that also. But it takes its own time and space. But definitely, affiliate marketing through blogs, 100% yes. I have seen people making millions also. I've seen that also. Definitely yes. Basically, tech blogs. No? When people have tech blogs and all, they do have larger traffic. The only aim that you have to do, for example, if you want to do an affiliate marketing, one of the very important criteria that you should have is you should have more traffic to your blog. To drive traffic. Drive traffic is only not promotions, but using YouTube, using ads, using FB postings, using Twitter, social medias, WhatsApp. So there are a lot of ways you can bring traffic. If you have more traffic to your website, then your affiliate marketing works well and that's what the idea is. That's what my personal suggestion is. Okay. What about others? Any clarification? Any questions that you have? I'm finding two people interacting. What about others? clear. Anybody else has any questions? I hope almost 3 days is over. I think we didn't realize it almost. 3 days is almost over. So tomorrow is the final session we have. So I think almost we have maximum covered it. But there are certain things I didn't go in depth because the idea behind this is there are certain things where you have to just start it across, and there are certain strategies that you need to work on. Because my suggestion is digital marketing is a thing that when you adopt it, you will learn. When you start implementing it, you will learn. It's completely a trial and error basis because nobody in the whole world can say that this marketing campaign was very successful. Because marketing campaign differs. There are certain marketing campaign which succeeds. There are certain marketing campaign which doesn't succeed. So it's completely based on your own time and effort that you're putting it across and how you're working. So for me, digital marketing itself is a very important tool, which is available for everyone. It's easy to learn actually, as you would have seen in 3 days. It's very easy to understand, but implementing it, you need to have certain strategies of your own, where you need to have certain marketing ideologies basically on that, and that is how it works. So to start using these tools, or else you'll forget it. Start using these tools. Maybe you can use it for your own personal branding also, not wrong. And if you have a company page, well and good, you can do that for that also. And start doing it. So start working on so that once you started, you will start realizing, okay, I learned this. I have certain things I can understand from this. And you will have a lot of ideologies and all. So tomorrow the session is open. So tomorrow we have a session recap, and we'll also a little bit discuss about the new trends in marketing. So, getting a question. So you're talking about the payment gateways, or maybe the way you're generating revenue. Which perspective? So, okay, generating revenue. Okay. Usually for generating revenue, there are certain criteria. Of course, yes, you would have in Facebook, monetization has certain criteria. YouTube also has monetization criteria. How monetization works internationally is through PayPal. If you have a PayPal account, so what happens is that is an international created payment gateway. If you have a PayPal account, you just have to integrate your PayPal account with the FB page or whatever monetization works. The PayPal account is linked to your bank account, so the revenue gets uploaded there. Because I use Udemy, where I get payment through PayPal. So every month you get that actually. So PayPal is one of the standard way on how things are working. Some they will have a direct bank account link, but PayPal is a little secure gateway where you have the security feature. Again, is an international one actually. That's again you can try it across. If you have a monetization rights, maybe you can try this across. Okay. There are a lot of things actually. When you talk about marketing, how to improve marketing skills, there are a lot of things. Of course, yes, a lot of certifications like this, a lot of webinars you need to have to get a perspective of how marketing works. And you should analyze your uh, things on how these things are. For example, you need to analyze the social media trends. You need to start working on the social media trends basically on what is trending basically. You should have contents based on that because most of you are using it for personal use. But maybe when you're going for a professional setup, you need to understand how what people are liking it basically. You should have a standard account. You should create a social media plan. So a lot of things are there. Because marketing is the domain. So one of the specialization in marketing is digital marketing. Of course, we have offline marketing where there are a lot of types of marketing. It's about how we are getting it across. That's how it works actually. So it is based on the bid pile actually. It's based on the client basically. Uh, the bid they have. So whatever bid they have actually, because you would have seen YouTube also. Sometimes the revenue is high, sometimes revenue drops. It's based on the client's bid value. That is how the advertisement payment you would get actually. Because the client has put some very less bids, you'll get only that. But if it is completely based on that, it's completely owned by FB and Google. So nobody ever knows on how these payment really works actually. So it's a big question that we are searching also. There is no proper way that how these people are making money. It's actually a little weird one. Sometimes you get more payments, sometimes less. So it's completely on Facebook and YouTube and Google. Because in YouTube, if we say no, 60% of revenue is taken by YouTube and 40% is given for the creator. That is their advertising share, which they are saying it open. But sometimes that is not the case also. Sometimes you would have seen many YouTube people saying that it is very less also. Just like that only, that their advertising is a major revenue. So they don't share their revenue with creators that easily. That is what is actually. There is no minimum actually. So it's completely on Google only. They give you whatever they feel like. That's all. So a lot of things, a lot of learnings are there, a lot of branches that you have and all that. So podcast, I have seen it, but I've not much worked on it. But I have a very base level understanding. Of course, let me explain you what this really was, because recently podcast has become a search. Because people are seeing YouTube these days, but in country like India, podcast is not very succeeded. But but other countries and other international markets, podcast is really doing really well. But in India, YouTube video only we like, not people. We don't listen to people audios. That is how it's working actually. Fine. Okay. So any other questions we have?
There's no questions actually. Today's session is a great actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Because Google is very easy, user friendly also. I can
Yes.
see in the middle, like 15 minutes had power cut.
Oh, okay.
In
Fine,
fact,
fine.
I have to catch up again. So
Sure. No
it's
problem.
very
Anyway, I
easy
will.
and yeah,
Sure,
and
sure.
very
I'll
user
share you
friendly
the.
also.
Yes. Maybe because that's what Google is all about. Google, the
Yes,
main agenda of Google is anybody can use it.
and the reach also will be good. I think,
Yes,
as
that's
you
right.
said,
Yes,
apart from the other
correct,
social media,
correct.
Google
That's
is
how
the
the
maximum reach will be,
because
and it
you
is
like,
very
for
user
example,
friendly.
the very basic example of Google advertising, how it works is sometimes you will search a hotel and you will
Yes,
see a hotel which has more rating, and finally you land up and go, it'll be like a small petition, right? But it has more customer ratings. Taste
Mhm.
is really good.
Yes,
That's how it works actually. That's the power of Google.
yes.
That's how Google really works, which is not possible with any other media actually. It has its own business.
And quite interesting too. Your sessions,
Yes.
the last three sessions I'm observing,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
it's quite interesting. And thank you for organizing this session. Actually, I want to thank you and Ms. Roshini.
Okay. Session is
For
mine definitely.
I don't know actually how you are taking this session at very low cost,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and
Thank
that
you
too
for
minimum number of participants. I don't know how you are taking it
correct.
up.
Yeah. Correct. Because we
Yes,
just wanted to have a reach of it. So
yes,
we wanted to know how these people are, because what happens in this pandemic, many people start putting digital marketing. So when you saw the initially, you would feel that okay, they want to show,
mm,
but we were different. So we wanted to approach it very different. Our
yes,
strategy was very different because once you see only people will realize. That's what we kept it as a secret. But
yes.
whoever has participated, it's fine. Now I think all of you are satisfied and all of you know how the session is conducted. When I'm going for an upgraded version, definitely all of you will really be interested for that.
Definitely, I am interested if you are
Correct.
taking the detailed courses that
Yes,
we have in
definitely,
digital marketing
definitely.
courses.
Because
Yeah, I will be interested in that.
definitely, yes. So that is
Is it
what
Harish there? Alex, may I know who's next?
Shakti.
Shakti Vail.
Shakti, this is Dr. Roshni here. Thank you for your
Hi,
content. It's not
thank
for
you.
monetary benefit. Actually, we hosted this particular program. It's like we keep most of ourselves more engaged because of this pandemic situation.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
so not everything is based on money. We thought like something as a knowledge sharing session, let it be. And the
Okay.
reason also why we actually like made it as like a paid also is because once we announced it as a free, People just like that enter, like 700 registration starts coming to us.
Oh,
And we don't know who really are the ones who are interested. So
okay.
that was the reason we wanted to make it as a very, very like lower cost, but still like want to know who is interested. Let them come and spend their time with us.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
initially you had started a free webinars.
Yeah, no, not on digital webinar, digital
Okay.
marketing, but on various
Okay.
other topics.
Various other
recruitment,
topics. Okay.
stock market, and still we have a lot more to come. And now only slowly the sessions are started to reach the targeted audiences.
Okay.
So for us, like it's primarily not for money, like okay, it's also a brand building for ourselves, but also a knowledge sharing. So
Yes, I can understand. Yes.
okay, we would be happy in case if you could give a small review about AAM Business School with a Google.
Definitely, I'll do that.
For, hosting this particular program, Shaktivel.
Definitely, I'll do that.
Thank you. So you're from which WhatsApp group? I think we are.
I am from Optimum Jobs Group. I am HR professional.
Great.
As
Okay.
Alex are in the same line.
Okay. Fine.
So I am 15 years experience in HR field. I want to
Okay.
say other students who are in this program. I want to say one feedback to them. So right now I am having a 15 years HR experience, even though I am interested in the digital marketing session. So I enrolled myself when I was seeing this ad in Optimum Jobs Group, WhatsApp group. I immediately enrolled.
Yeah.
Because I know this will be the future business actually.
Definitely.
Yes.
See, people, the one worst part, Shaktivel, is that even in our WhatsApp group, like no, when we post it, people say like you have free sessions in Google.
Yes.
Okay, but it's not, it's all a recorded session. You can't clarify any of your doubts. The contents which they have been like doing is different. So
Yes.
first, this kind of an awareness has to come from the people's end.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Shaktivel, that's nice. Like from Optimum Jobs, we got connected. So it's very good. Definitely, we will keep posting the further session that is coming out. We'll be happy to get your feedback in the group as well as with the Google reviews as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you guys
Thank you,
for
Mr. Rajni, and thank you,
attending
Alex.
this session. Probably like I think tomorrow we have the final session to be going on. Let's have a good learning day tomorrow as well. Thank you.
Thank you all. So we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you for your feedback. So definitely we'll have a lot more efforts from our end also. So we'll see you tomorrow. We'll share the class link and I will share you the recording of all the session.
And the first day session also I have not received.
Sure, Shakti, I'll do that.
Yes.
I'll do both of them.
Okay, so how you are going to do this YouTube video of this? So what is the plan of that?
Actually, we will maybe now we have uploaded in the drive, so I will upload in our official channel. So maybe we have our AM.
That's fine.
Channel.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll upload in the channel. Maybe you can see it also. You can share it to people also. All problem.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
We will just do that also. Meanwhile, I just want immediately. I just share it in drive. But all the classes, all the 4-day sessions will be available in our YouTube channel. We will and all our upcoming webinars also. You can stay connected with that also.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, Sujata, thank you all for your. Very happy for me also for this feedback because as a HR, I have diversified my domain. I was a little hesitant, but right now I'm.
No, you are taking the right decisions actually.
Okay. Thank you. I'm getting from a HR professional. It's good to
Yes. Yeah.
So, definitely, I took it long back. So, but I really wanted to share with people also. So I have my.
No, I have 14 years core HR experience. I am currently working with a consulting company called Build HR Management.
Okay.
And we are doing the HR technology brand promotions also. That's why I'm interested in this. Yes.
Correct. Everybody have to come to this actually. Every professional should come stand up in digital marketing for sure.
Yes.
Definitely we'll do that. Not a problem. So thank you all for your feedback. So tomorrow we will share it across. And tomorrow if there's any clarification also, please be open to share it across. So tomorrow same time we can have that. Okay. So see you all. See you tomorrow. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.